TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing out of turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up a turn number 4. Who's it gonna be? Good evening, race fans, and welcome to another rendition of the Full Velocity Racing Network. As we get ready for our racing action here tonight, we're going to send things down trackside for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And thank you to Kevin Dedman for the beautiful rendition of that national anthem. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, everyone out there in Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. We are ready to rock and roll with the Junk Fabrication Wednesday night street fights live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We're going to get right into heat racing action. Heat number 1 is going to go away like this. Starting on the pole will be the number 40 of Jordan Curdy, and outside of him will be Matthew Everts aboard the 06 machine. Inside row number 2 is the Team Dirt Warrior number 111 of Kyle Moyer, and Michinos aboard the 097 in position number 4. Rolling off 5th will be the 420 of Eric Elmore, and Jason Salter, racing Jason, starting 6th. 7th starter sees the number 319 of David Brewer and Casey Brunson aboard that 010. David Blackbird rolls off in the 9th starter spot, and Justin Gledhill in 10th in the number 51. 11th, we'll see Eric Geikston and Alex Brewer bringing up your last row. We called for 12. All 12 cars are down there in the staging lane, here to roll them out here at the Lernerville Speedway in Savre, Pennsylvania. Well, looks like now we're missing Salter. Jason Salter missing the call. Not sure what's going on with Mr. Salter, as it looked like he was up there for a minute and all of a sudden disappeared. As they roll out onto the speedway, it is going to be a fantastic evening, I do have to say. Wednesday night street fights, you know, who's going to throw that haymaker and take down the victory here this evening on the Full Velocity Racing Network? Got to thank everybody for tuning in out there on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. Facebook Live, we're about 37,000 stars from our, I guess, goal set by Facebook. So any star donations would be appreciated here for the Full Velocity Racing Network as we try to set our way to that goal here of 50,000 stars set by Facebook. 37,000 more stars to go. I think we can attain it by the end of February, as long as we have the support of you, the race fans, and all the league members out there, everything that's been going on, all the fans that watch the Full Velocity Racing Network. We got to give a big thank you to you guys out there. So as they enter the back straight away here in heat race number 1, it is Curdy, and it's going to be outside, and Everett on the outside, I should say. Zach Racing High Flag, great flag comes out here on a Wednesday night. Number 40 puts a loud pedal down as they dive down off into turn. And number 1, Everett's to the outside, 3 wide almost there temporarily. Here comes the 11 machine of Moyer. Moyer, the 111 down to the bottom, but the 06 of Everett's able to storm back on the outside. Casey Brunson, 3 wide for the second spot. Brunson trying to make something happen on the top shelf of the speedway. And that number 10 machine, as Brunson really fighting tooth and nail there with Kyle Moyer. As he gets a little bit of a push, Brewer gives him a little knocking on the back door. And that number 1 machine, now Harlan Davis at number 1. Now moves up to the 4th spot, but Kyle Moyer now slides to number 10, and the 10 goes over the embankment. Casey Brunson over the embankment over there in the corner. Same way with the 16 of David Brewer. 3 cars going over the bank, and 1 and 2, Matthew Everett still your race leader. Second, it would be Kyle Moore. Alex Brewer right there, hot in his toes, looking down and trying to get around that number 11 machine through 3 and 4. It's going to be door slammed shut by the number 11 on Alex Brewer in the Harlan Davidson number 1 machine. Second is fourth is Eric Elmore. And that number 420 machine trying to close the gap between himself and Brewer. Right now, not able to do it, but I tell you what, Matthew Everett's out to a 1 second advantage already over the rest of the field. Look like Eric Elmore way down. Look like David Brewer. Oh, Justin Gledhill, that 51 machine. That's a nice looking car for Justin Gledhill. But it looks like David Brewer going to be able to pull around the number 51 machine, put himself inside the top 5. Gledhill going to drop back to the 6th spot. Eric Geisted, the Voodoo Child, starting to move up through the field too. He's in that 7th spot, battling it out with Mitch Enos and that 097 machine. So Popsicle 6 going to be in the air off the corner here for 2 to go for the 06 of Matthew Everett. Second is the number 11 of Kyle Moyer, and Alex Brewer still running in that 3rd spot. 4th is still Easy Eric Elmore. And then number 420 machine, David Brewer, still running 5th. So those guys have pretty much stayed a single file in the same formation as they have been in the last couple laps. White flag in the air. Matthew Everett looking out to take down heat race number 1. And that number 06 machine is Kyle Moyer, still running in that 2nd spot. And the 111 down the back straightaway for the final time. Into turn number 3 on the top shelf of the speedway. And off of turn number 4, it's going to be the 06 of Matthew Everett taking down heat race number 1. Kyle Moyer for 2, Alex Brewer for 3, Eric Elmore for 4, David Brewer, Justin Gledhill, Eric Geiksted, Menchinos, Casey Brunson, David Blackbird, Jason Salter, Jordan Cutie, round out your top 12. So heat race number 2 getting ready to come out, and it's going to have a action-packed heat race 2 for heat race number 2. I got to tell you that, folks, because star-studded field here at Wednesday Night Street Fights, like it always is. Starting on the pole, driving the number 61 machine. That's JP Designs number 61 from Bulletproof Motorsports. That'll be Josh Peacock and his dancer part of the outside. Driving the number 119 machine. That will be Corey Stansel. Stansel aboard the 119. Inside row number 2 sees Kyle Surratt aboard the number 18 machine. Kyle Surratt aboard the number 18. Now outside of him, the 09 of Joshua Ely. So top 3 out of 4 cars there is Bulletproof Motorsports. Inside row number 3 is Justin Pruitt aboard the number 07 machine. Outside of him will be Kevin Prettyman aboard that number 88. Inside row number 4 sees Daniel Stifler, the Iceman, and outside of him the Hammer, Henry Jones. Rolling off inside row number 5, there'll be number 78, that's Steve Reduce, and Ryan Bronson, his dancer part of the outside. And 10th starter sees the number 6 of Ryan Bronson and Jim Revis starting shotgun on the field. The lights seem to be extinguished atop the pace truck here, as the 61 of Peacock has to drop to the back because he won the last race. So that's why you're seeing Peacock down to the back. So that's going to move Kyle Surratt to the pole. The 119 of Corey Stansel still going to be second. Pruitt for 3. And fourth is going to be the 09 of Josh Ely. So a little bit of changing going on here as we get ready to fire out of turn to number 4. The number 18 of Kyle Surratt sees the iRacing guy flag, green flag over the field. The 07 of Justin Pruitt wastes no time to try to challenge for that second spot. As he moves down to the bottom side to try to get around Stansel. Here comes Ely, 3 wide up the middle. And that 09 machine, man, oh man, Ely really forcing the issue, but able to move into the third spot. Now Pruitt off the banking. Justin Pruitt over the edge. As the 07 machine going to be shuffled back to the tail end of the field. Tough break for Pruitt as he goes off the embankment. The 09 of Ely now running in second. Stifler for 3. The 88 of Prettyman looks to the bottom, and Stansel right now on the top shelf of the Speedway in that 5th spot. So down to the bottom once again, it is the 09 of Josh Ely trying to fight it out with Kyle Surratt as they come down the back straightaway. Surratt leads the charge down into turn number 3. Ely's got a well of a run down to the inside. Can he make that forward bite work off of turn number 4? Nope, Surratt's still going to use the momentum off the top shelf of the Speedway. And then number 18 machine to hold on to the top spot. Josh Ely running in that second spot. Third is still the number 71 of Daniel Stifler. And Corey Stansel running in that 4th spot. But Henry Jones, the Hammer, starting to come up through the field right now inside the top 5 in 5th. The number 25 machine as he gets around Kevin Prettyman. So watching Kyle Surratt do a fantastic job in front of the field here as he dives off into turn number 3. Ely right now is settling for that second spot. Both teammates of Bulletproof Motorsports, so we'll see if Ely's going to throw something at him here. With 3 laps to go, Ely's still peeking down to the bottom, but Surratt just has that preferred line running on the cushion up in the top shelf of the Speedway. A little bit of cushion, I should say, because you jump that cushion, you're going over the embankment, as Surratt is really, really close each and every time. Daniel Stifler running in that 4th spot still, or 3rd spot, still doing a fantastic job. Corey Stansel running 4th, and then the Hammer, Henry Jones, running in that 5th spot. So just watching everything go on, everything happen here tonight. Here, Wednesday Night Street Fights presented by Junk Fabrications. Going to see these guys fight it out, duke it out for one more lap here at heat race number 2 as they come off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway for the final time. It's been Kyle Surratt here all heat race long, going to lead 8 laps as he comes off of turn number 4, including the last lap. Kyle Surratt takes down heat race 2. Second going to go to Josh Ely, Daniel Stifler, Corey Stansel, Henry Jones, Kevin Prettyman, Steve Redunes, Jim Revis, Ryan Bronson. Then you have Justin Pruitt and Josh Peacock rounding out your 11 cars. So we're going to jump right into the A main here. As 2 heat races, we have 23 cars in the house for Lernerville Speedway in Sabre, PA, and your starting lineup of Voiles Trucking starting lineup going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 06 machine will be Matthew Everts. He was winner of heat race number 1, and heat race number 2 winner is the number 18 of Kyle Surratt, rolling off of position number 2. Inside row number 2 sees the number 111 of Kyle Moyer, and outside of him will be the 09 of Joshua Ely. Rolling off in the 5th spot will be the number 1. That is Alex Brewer aboard the Heartland Harley-Davidson number 1 machine. And Daniel Stifler in that number 71, rolling off in position 6. 7th starter sees the 420 of Easy Eric Elmore and Corey Stansel aboard the 119 in 8th. 9th starter sees David Brewer aboard that number 319 in the Hammer, Henry Jones, rolling off in position 10. Rolling off 11th is the number 51 of Justin Gledhill, and Kevin Prettyman hit outside of him in that number 88 machine. Position 12 sees the number 12 machine of Eric Geichstad, the Voodoo Child, Eric Geichstad, and outside of him will be Steven Redudes aboard the number 78 in position number 14. 15 sees Mitch Enos aboard the 097 machine, and Jim Revis aboard the number 21, having a long way to come here at Lernerville for that number 21 machine, rolling off 16. 17 sees Casey Brunson aboard the 010, and Ryan Bronson aboard the number 6 in position 18. 19 starter sees the number 16, Team Dirt Warrior David Blackberg, and Justin Pruitt aboard the number 07, rolling off in position 20. 21st sees Racing Jason Salter aboard the number 10 machine, Trash Panda Graphics sponsor number 10, and outside of him, the JP Designs, number 61 of Josh Peacock. Shotgun on the field, driving the number 40, Jordan Curry. So 23 cars we called for. We have all 23 cars out there on the speedway, ready, locked, and loaded for 60 big laps around the Lernerville Speedway, as it looks like the iRacing.com Chevy Silverado pickup truck going to make that hard right-hand turn down to the exit of pit road as we get ready to send these guys on their way. They're restacked. They are repacked off of turn number 4. We're going to ask you one question. Who's it going to be? Down into turn number 1, the 06 of Matthew Everett leads the charge. Here comes the 18 of Kyle Surratt to the outside. Woo! Bloody fantastic run for the number 18 machine as he comes down to the bottom now, switches into the middle line, and then number 18 machine making it side by side for the race lead there momentarily. Here comes Ely up to the top shelf in that 09 machine. So again, the number 06 of Matthew Evers leading. Now a battle for that second spot has been brewing. The 09 of Ely now moves himself into second around the 18 of Kyle Surratt. A little bit of a bumper tag from the number 11 of Kyle Moyer. Moyer knocking on the bumper of Surratt as they go down the front straightaway into turn number 1. So the 09 of Ely all over the rear bumper of the 06 of Matthew Evers. We'll see what's going to happen there, as Surratt and the 09 have changed kind of roles there, as Ely was able to only finish second to the 18 as the first Hard Motorsports yellow flag going to come out of the evening. Looks like it may have to, oof, there's a big wreck over here. Big wreck off of turn number 4 there, and it involved Justin Gledhill and that number 51 machine. Gledhill involved. He had to check up there for the 25, the Hammer Henry Jones, and man, there was carnage over there. Parking lot upside down goes Jim Revis, and a lot of carnage cars there as they all piled together over there in 3 and 4. So lap number 5 of 60 has been complete. So 55 more laps remaining here. The Hard Motorsports yellow flag. Got to thank J Max Strong, J Max Journeys, for the official replay sponsor of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Yellow flag laps do count here. So lap 6 now of 60 as we're looking to send these guys back on their way. Just a reminder out there, those who are watching us, remember star donations go a long way here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. I want to see if we can hit our goal here of 50,000 stars. So we appreciate everybody if they could be able to give us a little bit of a donation here once in a while on the stars, and help us hit our goal. Make Facebook know that we are relevant here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, and this also keeps broadcasting rates cheap down, and we're able to keep covering and upgrading our equipment to give you the best action that we can here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing off of turn number 4. Not looking like star donations available for Robbie, at least. I don't know why they're not available here on Full Velocity. We'll see what happens there. As the green flag comes back out. Racing down the front straightaway here. So the 06 of Matthew Everett. Right now doing a fantastic job staying in front of the 09 of Josh Ely. So we'll have to look into the star donations. Not sure why that's not working here tonight. Kind of weird. Everybody else having that issue, don't see that nice little gold star down in the right-hand corner? Let me know. Did they? Probably Facebook turned us off. Maybe we were too relevant. Guess we'll have to see what's going on there. So continue to race here. Sorry to get off into a tangent about Facebook, but the 06 machine of Matthew Everett's leading. The 09 of Josh Ely running in that second spot. Third is Kyle Moyer. Kyle Surratt running in that fourth spot. Fifth is the number 71 machine of Daniel Stifler. Alex Brewer running in that sixth spot just ahead of Easy Eric Elmore. Those guys put on a battle too. So it's pretty much gone to the top shelf of the Speedway. Looks like Surratt going to be able to get around Moyer though here and able to get around that 111 and move himself into that third spot. So we'll see what those guys are going to do duking it out. So yellow flag going to fly here, and looks like Kevin Prettyman. Kevin Prettyman and Bronson here in the number 6 machine making contact down the front straightaway. Woo! Round he goes, and there was no selfie there. Just Kevin Prettyman able to bring a 360 in pack, but it was enough to bring out the yellow flag. So tough break for Kevin Prettyman off the bumper of the number 6 machine of Ryan Bronson. But now trying to work on why only some people are. So you're seeing star donations out there, John. I don't see it even on mine. I can't even donate to myself. I'm not sure what's going on there. I think you would be able to donate to yourself. Nope, not allowed to. I'll get ready to go back to racing here as the stars, I guess, will sit off in the wings here. So waiting for the green flag to come out of number 4. The IRACI flag, green flag back out over the field. The number 18 up, yellow flag going to come back. Yeah, just as quick as we got the green flag. Yellow coming back out. Yellow. Hard Motorsports, yellow flag out over the field. We're going to take a look-see to see what happened. Looks like the Hammer, Henry Jones, involved in this one. Oof, and the Hammer going for a ride too. Off the, it looks like the 119, and 119 that was up in the wall couldn't go any further, and the Hammer, Henry Jones, goes upside down, does a little bit of a twirl dance, break stand, whatever you want to call it, over there on his nose. Brings it back out on the track, but before he does that, he spins it out again. Comes back out onto the speedway. Yeah, well, now you have to have so many seconds there. You have to be a leader for, and I don't think it was quite enough. It was almost there, though. Almost. Go on board here. Let's see the Sheffield graphics on board with. On the restart of the race, we're going to take a look. Let's go on board with. Make it interesting. Let's go on board with Casey Brunson in that 010. Because that puts you about middle of the pack. You can see what's going on as iRacing flag. Green flag comes back out over the field, and we're racing down into turn number 1. So Everett's leading the charge here. The 09 running in that second spot. Third is Kyle Surratt as he now makes his move into the second spot. The number 18 machine able to go around him on the top shelf speed. Oh, Daniel Stifler around off the bumper, the 420. Stifler around in a knot. The 420 of Easy Eric Elmore takes him off. The track goes off the track too, just a little bit after the yellow flag comes out. I believe he'll be able to get his spot back. But I tell you, Easy E and Eric Elmore got into the side there, and man, he went down and out there. Daniel Stifler. Not sure if anything else happened there. Taking a look again here because I was following him for a tad bit. And a pretty big wreck after the contact there. So he gets up the track, he gets loose. I mean, Easy had nowhere to go. Comes down the track, gets included with the Eichstead and Blackberg and the 07 machine. Everybody else pretty much misses him on the speedway. They're waiting for the field to restack and repack, trying to get my galls back about it here. So we have lap 25 of 60 complete. So we still are under yellow flag here, the Harbor Motorsports yellow flag. So taking a moment here, setting some things up here, getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Off of turn number 4. Again, it is the 06 of Matthew Everett and the 09 machine getting ready to fire him. That is Ely. As the green flag comes out there, racing I flag, green flag. That is the 06 of Matthew Everett leads the charge down into turn number 1. The number 11 of Kyle Moyer running in that second spot. There is Ely trying to come back here. High-low switch maneuver on the number 11 of Moyer. Brewer right there knocking on the door. Same way with the 010 Casey Brunson. Brunson down to the extreme bottom of the number 1 of Alex Brewer as they go side by side. Here comes the 06. Is the yellow flag going to fly once again over the field? Here we're going to restack and repack them as we're going to slow them back down here and take over another yellow flag here from Harbor Motorsports and get into another replay here. Looks like Blackberg and David Brewer involved in this one. David Brewer just coming hard into the corner. The same way we're doing there. That was a mess behind him too. But Blackberg going around off the bumper of the 319 of David Brewer. That's what's going to bring out the yellow flag. So we're halfway home. 30 in, 30 to go here at Lernerville. Let's see what else happens here as we keep continuing on here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. I'm going to sneeze my way back into here. Is a little bit allergic to myself. Oh, yellow flag going to come back out here. Start been waved off. Oh, nope, green flag going to come back out. Excuse me. A little bit of time delayed by myself here as I was trying to figure out what I was going on here. Jack says we're going back to green. I'm like, oh, the yellow flag just came back out on my side. But nope, not happening. iRacing, I flag, green flag back out. And Moyer now diving down to the bottom. Slides up in front of the 06 of Everest, and now Everest getting shifted out of line. Oh, Brunson, a little bit of contact with Ely way down to the bottom. Here comes Alex Brewer and that number 1 machine pulling up alongside the 11 of Kyle Moyer, side by side for the race lead. Down into turn number 3, Moyer on the outside, Brunson on the extreme bottom. He almost made that 3 wide for the top spot, but man, Brewer was really on rails there in the middle group and was able to get up to that second spot. So Kyle Moyer in the 1 of Alex Brewer right now, your top 2. Matthew Everett slipping back to that 3rd spot. Yellow flag is coming out here. It came out over the field. Hard Motorsports yellow flag. The 07 into Prettyman. Jack saying. Huge parking lot as he shows that replay. So not seeing any star donations right now from anything, and not sure why it's not working. So if you guys can see it, you see the star donations, try to hit it up and send it. I'm not sure why some of you are not seeing it. I'll have to look into that one. I appreciate you guys trying to send stars, I guess. So getting ready to come back with green flag racing action. Lap 38 of 60 here at the Lernerville Speedway, Cyber, Pennsylvania, here with the Junk Fabrications Wednesday night street fights as the iRacing flag. Green flag comes out over the field. Kyle Moyer leads the charge here. We'll see if he's going to be able to stay in that top spot as Everson has such good luck. As Everson's going way down to the bottom, but look at the momentum from the top shelf of the Speedway as he tried to go down to the bottom, just not making anything happen there. Look at racing Jason Salter. He's moving over to the bottom now in that number 10 machine. The 010 Casey Brunson now moves himself into that 3rd spot. So 3 wide battle for 5th, 4th, and 6th right there as these guys are duking it out. Well, thank you, John, for trying. As just trying to see what the race is going on in here. Sorry for all the silence, guys. I was trying to work on that for you all. Okay, so they're spotty today, unfortunately. So the 111 Kyle Moyer leading the charge down to 1. We're trying to actually get it so you can be a supporter of the stream. Facebook has not allowed that so far. We got to get so many followers. I guess it's like somewhere up in the of 10,000. So I'd like to get the supporters badge out there, but and then you get all kinds of cool content. But the 11 of Kyle Moyer leading down here in the turn, and number 3 again, Alex Brewer running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Casey Brunson in that 010. As Josh Ely running in 4th, Matthew Evers running 5th, Eric Eichstead 6th, David Brewer 7th, Machinos is 8th, 9th is Kyle Surratt, and 10th is Jordan Curdy. For the number 40 machine, I can't believe he's already up to 10th, starting 23rd. That's 13 spots gained for the number 40 machine. Good job to Jordan. As Kyle Moyer leading over Alex Brewer, it's pretty much game topside dominant here. Like Lernerville has seemed to become, even in the late models. I thought this was going to actually be. That's a great one, John, out there. Thank you for the laugh. The 111 machine of Kyle Moyer. It just seems like they're running the top shelf of the Speedway here. That's kind of where it's been topside dominant. Same way with the late models, everything I've been watching here lately. But then again, there's always the question: if it's topside dominant, will you go over that embankment? Your risk versus reward up there. If you go over that embankment, your race could be over in a heartbeat. Is Kyle Moyer still leading? It looks like the 010 Casey Brunson's just a tick faster than maybe Alex Brewer in the number 1 machine. But we're going to come to 12 to go here at the line for Kyle Moyer aboard the Team Dirt Warrior number 111 machine. Alex Brewer still running second. Ely in that 09 machine trying to catfish the bottom, trying to make something happen there. But he's right up alongside of his teammate, the 010 Casey Brunson. But guess what? All that for nothing. Yellow flag going to come out. Hard Motorsports yellow flag again coming out over the field. Hello to Wiley out there. See Mac in the house. I see you page of Dr. Green. Not quite yet. Dr. Green is awful expensive, and Facebook's not allowing us to have star donations, so I don't know if we can cover that expense right now. Is getting ready to find out what happened here to bring out this yellow flag. I'm almost willing to bet it was Kyle Surratt there. Something going around with that number 18 machine. What did you see, Jack? Did you see Kyle Surratt? So him and David Brewer getting into it. Jack's gonna work to see what is actually going on with it. Yep, exactly who it was. David Brewer and the number 18 and Kyle Surratt. Looks like Surratt done for the evening in that number 18 machine after going over the embankment after the yellow flag. So how many Kyle Moyer fans do we have out there right now that think you're going to take down this victory here tonight? Kyle Moyer in that number 111, the Team Dirt Warrior, number 111. How about Heartland Harley Davidson, number 1 of Alex Brewer? How many fans do we have for Alex Brewer to take down this victory? How about Casey Brunson in the Bulletproof Motorsports 010? There's got to be some fans out there cheering for one of these drivers. Or the 09 of Josh Ely. The 06 of Matthew Everett. Yeah. Phil's out there pulling probably for the 010 Casey Brunson. Eric Eichstead. Hey, man, he's up to 6. He has a chance to win this with 8 to go. How many's cheering out there? I know Mindy's got to be out there. Alex going for BPM. Racing on flag, green flag back out, and Kyle Moyer, your race leader, down into turn number 1. Here comes Casey Brunson down to the extreme bottom side. The one of Alex Brewer right there knocking on the door. Alex Brewer back up to the top shelf of the Speedways. Brunson trying everything he can as he works the extreme bottom side. They're off of turn number 4, trying to get the forward bite, the momentum. Not going to be had on the bottom though right now, as we have 6 laps remaining. And then Kyle Moore still holding on, but Casey Brunson's found something as he enters the back straightaway. So Brunson trying to pull up alongside the 111 of Kyle Moore. Side by side is not as bad as it was on the back straightaway. 5 laps remaining for the Team Dirt Warrior number 111. The one of Alex Brewer right now holding on to the 3rd spot is the 010 Brunson in that 2nd spot. He's trying to hold on for dear life there from the one of Alex Brewer and the 09 machine of Ely. That time by Brewer nipped him at the line, so Brewer going to assume 2nd once again in the Heartland Harley Davidson number 1 as they enter the back straightaway with 4 to go. So down off into turn number 3, we're going to see a yellow flag out once again, and we're going to see this all come to a head again. As a yellow flag comes out here, slows these guys back down, and what's that going to do? It's going to stack the field. It looks like maybe the Hammer Henry Jones involved in this one. I think he took a ride off the embankment here. I'm going to follow and see if that's what... Nope. He did take a ride off the embankment, but I don't think that's what also caused it. So the 25 of Henry Jones taking a ride off the embankment, but also involved there in another wreck. So we're taking a look. Is the 420 get involved in this one? Along with, looks like Machinos too. Machinos. Fortunately, a lot of cars involved in this one. A lot of spins, not a lot of damage. So they're getting back going. Join the tail in the field. So we have 3 laps remaining here, and it's going to be a green-white checkered. Still yellow lights out. Or on top of the iRacing.com Chevy Silverado pace truck. Just curious, everybody out there that is a significant other, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? I believe it's Friday. It is Friday. Can't say I believe it's Friday, but it is Friday. Any special plans out there? Are you gonna go racing? Trying to get some answers out there. What you guys are going to do on a Friday night as we get ready to go back to green flag racing off of turn number 4. iRacing flag, green flags in the air. The 111 of Kyle Moyer is your leader down into turn number 1. Here comes Casey Brunson down again. The yellow flag going to come back out. Here wasn't good enough there. And I believe some more contact being had. Not sure who it was with this time. Maybe Kevin Prettyman. Yep, Kevin Prettyman off the nose of the 51 machine. Going around. Self break for Kevin Prettyman. Yeah, you could really make a pass over there in 1. And get off of turn 2 on the bottom. It looked like Casey Brunson had something happening over there in 1. Prettyman now going down to the attention of his pit crew. His night may be done. A lot of tore up on that number 88 machine. A lot of. So basically we're in overtime already. So we had 60 laps. Distance now it's up to 66 laps. Keeping it rolling here. Maybe the lights will be extinguished here. That would be great, Sterling. That would be awesome. Better go someplace special for that. Getting ready to send these guys back on their way off of turn number 4. iRacing flag, green flag back in the air. Kyle Moyer gets on the accelerator a little bit quicker than Brewer does as they come down off into turn number 1. Here comes the 111 of Kyle Moyer, the 1 of Alex Brewer up to the top shelf of the speedway, the 010 Casey Brunson right now running in that 3rd spot. He's peaked down to the bottom a couple of different times. trying to make some headway here. As way down at the bottom, Matthew Everett is going to be white flag in the air. One more trip, and look at Alex Brewer to the outside. Harley Davidson, Alex Brewer able to motor around on the top shelf of the speedway, side by side for the race lead. Moyer and Brewer down the back straightaway, turn number 3. Here comes Casey Brunson down to the bottom. Final ditch effort from Brunson. They're going back and forth, 3 wide sideways. Oh, Alex Brewer going to win. 3 wide at the race line. Look at Alex Brewer and that number 1 machine going to win that event there. It looked like Brunson was pulling into the mix, and wow. That was racing out there, folks. If you didn't like that, I guess better think of a different sport. We get ready now. It is going to be Alex Brewer down in victory lane. Casey Brunson, Kyle Moyer, Jason Salter, Josh Healy, Eric Yikestead, Matthew Everett, Josh Peacock, Jim Revis, David Brewer. Then you had Justin Pruitt, Ryan Bronson, Corey Stansel, Henry Jones, Justin Gladio, Jordan Cutie. Then you have Mitch Enos, Kevin Prettyman, Eric Elmore, Daniel Stifler, Kyle Surratt, Steven Rendunes, and David Blackburn. Rounding out your field here tonight for the DWRL Junk Fabrications Wednesday night street fights. I'm going to take a brief pause for the cause, make my way on down to BladeNote.com in Victory Lane and interview our top 3 drivers here tonight. All right, and welcome back to Full Velocity Racing Network. We're down here in BladeNote.com, Victory Lane. First guy it seems like we're going to have to catch up with is driver of the number 111. That should be Kyle Moyer. Kyle Moyer bringing home, I believe, the 3rd spot there. That was so tight at the line, Kyle. Man, you led a majority of that race, and what a way to end that. I mean, that was an exciting finish, probably the best one here of 2020, so 2020. That was one of the closest finishes and the wildest finishes there, Kyle. Bring us through that last lap.
It was a good race. Congratulations to Alex, too, and to Casey for getting second. It was a good race. I didn't have anything about 15 laps to go. I was starting to get a little loose, and I couldn't hold on to it anymore. Threw it in there in 3 and 4, and it washed out on me, and they got around me.
I gotta say, it looked like the door was left wide open there, and they drop kicked it there and made their way through it. On the top shelf of the speedway, he was able to get around and up alongside you there, Kyle. Was the top side really that dominant here this evening?
For the majority of the race, it was top dominant. It was, you had to be up top there. I don't know, 10 laps to go. It started getting a little bit of bottom groove, but Alex got a good run on me on that final lap, and I could have closed the door. But congratulations to him. He earned it.
Oh, definitely a good race. You got to take that one here. Still a podium finish, Kyle, and you led a lot of laps here tonight, learning stuff and able to bring home a nice solid 3rd place finish here for Team Dirt Warrior. But really, the microphone, the floor is all yours. I'd like to thank you this evening.
I'd like to thank the team, Team Dirt Warrior. Tell these guys I would definitely not be up front. Thank you guys for broadcasting it, and thanks everybody for showing up and running with us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home 3rd driver of the 111 Team Dirt Warrior. That's Kyle Moyer. We'll let him get back to his stuff, and we'll bring here down to the 2nd place finish here tonight, who was part of this wild finish here. Man, 3 wide at the race end of there through 3 and 4. Casey, you were able to bring home a 2nd place finish. Almost had that victory in hand there. But going through that last lap, what was going through your mind, Casey, just to get that W or what?
That's always about to get that W, but I I tried one at the top and one and two, and it got real slick. I almost fell off the track, and I tried for a hallelujah slider, but Kyle Moore went down to the bottom middle right there, so I had to back out of it and just pray for what I can get coming out of four. And it kind of got a little interested there. I haven't went back and watched it, but I bet it's pretty tight, pretty three wide, and a lot of junk race cars, but it was fun.
Yeah, definitely was probably one of the closer finishes here in 2020. I think, if not the closest finish there, involving three cars. Casey, it did a darn good race there between you guys. It looked like, and I was talking to Kyle. It looked like it became topside dominant there through at least the middle portion of the race. Was there? You seemed like the only guy that could find something down towards the bottom. What was it? What was different to try to find something down there?
You know, like you said, it's topside dominant. Is you really can't pass anybody when it's all up top. So I tried to run the bottom down at 1 and 2, try to diamond it off a little bit and get a run coming off. So they able to get something there, but you can't do anything in 4, so you kind of just lose all you gain.
All right, Casey, we're accustomed here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Nice second place finish. We're giving the microphone. The floor is all yours. Think or would like to thank you this evening.
I want to thank y'all for broadcasting, DWRL putting these races on, Bulletproof Motorsports, and JB Design, Joshua Peacock. My favorite fan, Phil. I know he's out there watching somewhere.
Yeah, he's definitely out there. I know he had some different things, doctors' meetings and stuff here today, and wasn't able to make it here tonight. I know his eyes were dilated and everything else, and I know having to wear glasses with eyes dilated, his has got to be way worse. So, man, I wouldn't want to do what I'm doing right now if I was dilated with my eyes. So, he's out there watching you, Casey.
I know he is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home second here tonight, driver of the 010 Bulletproof Motorsports, that is Casey Brunson. We'll go ahead and bring Alex Brewer down here as we enter down into BladeNode.com victory lane. And, man, what it was racing is what I say, Alex. That was a fantastic finish there between you three. I mean, you didn't know who was going to get it at the line. Such a close finish here in 2020, and well-deserved victory there for that number one machine, that Heartland Harley-Davidson number one. Now, tell us about your closing lap there.
Oh yeah, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to get Kyle, so I was all right with taking second, but he took the middle in 3 and 4, and I was kind of wondering why he did that, but I drove past him on the top, and yeah, I had a lot of fun racing with him and Casey.
Yeah, definitely was a fantastic finish here tonight. Harley-Davidson on the side of that car, but definitely a good run there for you, Alex. Able to run on the top shelf of the speedway. Like you said, he kind of went to the middle groove there. He said it was really loose out there towards the last 15 laps of it, so he's trying to save it, make sure maybe he could wash back up. He said he kind of made a mistake through 1 and 2, but man, you were able to capitalize on that mistake and take down a big W here tonight.
Oh yeah, it's even better when you got a teammate in the top 3.
All right, Alex, as we're accustomed here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, we're giving you the microphone. The floor is all yours. You can thank who would like to thank here tonight on Full Velocity Racing Network.
I gotta thank Eichstead Wraps for the wrap, Team Dirt Warrior, Heartland Harley, and you guys for the broadcast, and DWR for putting the league on. And congrats to Kyle and Casey for the podium finish.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing down the big W, the Heartland Harley-Davidson number one, Alex Brewer taking down the victory here tonight at the Lernerville Speedway. A fantastic race for that guy there, and definitely a good race for all those guys all the way around amongst the top 3. But, man, it's always great to come over here to the Junk Fabrication Wednesday Night Street Fights, and looking forward to, yes, we are going to do another season of these guys. Season number 9 going to come up here Wednesday Night Street Fights here after the next couple of weeks. We already know that we'll be back on board for both this season and the Sunday night shootout series. So we'll be back on board with those guys once again for those 2 big series. Cannot wait to be a part of that again. So, man, on behalf of my broadcast partner, Phil, who's out there somewhere, eyes dilated. I don't know if he knows how to find his way to the keyboard. Everything going on right now. Again, thoughts and prayers to him and what's going on family-wise. And, we're always going to be here for Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank Jack Truin down there in the controls, man, doing another fantastic job. And, Looks like everything working in tip-top shape. Better not say that too loud. We'll knock on wood over here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Make the dogs bark in the background. But I'm Todd Stanton signing off for the Full Velocity Racing Network, reminding you keep all fours on the ground and keep the pedal down here. And we'll see you next time here on the Full Velocity Racing Network.